Hi, this is Ivan with ivanmeisner.com, and today I want to talk about the do's and don'ts of online networking meetings. Not just the one-to-one meetings that you might be doing online, but a large networking meeting, a networking group where you're meeting many people online. Now, most of you probably know this. I'm the founder of an organization called BNI, and in the last few weeks, we have moved all of our 9,500 plus networking groups to an online platform. And so we're learning some of the do's and don'ts in that online platform. I've got 7 suggestions that I'm going to share with you here. If there's something that I don't share that you think should have been included, make sure to put it in the comments section. I'd love people to see all of the kinds of do's and don'ts of participating in an online networking meeting. First, check your internet. Make sure you have a good, strong internet connection. I live in a part of Austin where sometimes I have internet issues, sometimes there's equipment issues, and if I have to reset the modem or the computer, I do that. But you got to take a look to make sure that you got good internet connection before you go online. Second, dress professionally. You know, when I work from home, this is my home office. When I work from home, I'm usually in sweatpants or a t-shirt. But when I do an online meeting, I dress the part. I look professional. So make sure to look professional in your online meeting. 3, make sure your webcam and microphone are hooked up. Sometimes you might use different microphones. For example, sometimes I'll use a headset. And so you want to make sure that the right microphone is hooked up for the platform that you're using. I generally use a Blue Yeti microphone. Really, really good microphone. It's not crazy money. I recommend it, and you get pretty good sound. Now, my room has a lot of echo. You can't really see it, but there's a lot of wood, the floor and the walls. And so, and windows, of course, you get a lot of echo. One of the things I discovered that if I just leave that door open back there, the sound is much better. I don't get nearly as much echo. So get a sense for how you should set up your room when you start doing these. That's number 3. Number 4, make sure you have good lighting. Most of the problems with lighting that I've seen with people is that they have a window in the background and the person's face is basically a silhouette. Have a lamp in front of you, have a light in front of you if you have something like that. You don't want to be a silhouette. You want people to actually see your face so you're part of the meeting. Now, my problem is I usually have too much lighting. So I have to block, and I don't have window shades. I have to block some of the lighting. So I recommend, use something like an automobile windshield cover to block out some of the light, or use something to cover the light if you have too much lighting. But you want to get the lighting right. If you feel brave, change your camera settings to adjust brightness and color balance. I also do that every time I start a recording or do a meeting. You can find your settings on your computer and play with it a little bit before you go live. Number 5, place your camera at eye level or above. Now, my camera is on the top of my computer. When I'm on my tablet, I'll put books under the tablet to raise it up. Don't be looking down on your camera, right? When you're looking down on the camera, it kind of looks like you're like this. And look, nostrils, they're just not that pretty. Don't do that. Try to look towards the camera. Sometimes I see people that are in meetings and they've got on their screen in one corner, they've got the meeting going on and they're looking down in the corner as opposed to looking up towards the camera. You don't have to be looking right at the camera, but look towards the camera so that people can see you're paying attention. So just move the software up so that the video images are below the camera. I think that's a really good, important thing to do. Number 6, mute your microphone when you're not talking so that you don't get all this background noise going on. I can't tell you how many times I've been on a meeting and, I'm hearing people that are typing away because they don't realize that they're muted. So mute your microphone. And now we get to number 7, the most important thing. Pay attention. Don't multitask. Don't be doing your email or working on other projects with that keyboard clicking. Don't be doing that during a meeting. It's so incredibly easy to get distracted in these meetings, more than in-person meetings. So you got to be really careful here. Don't be texting, or worse yet, take a phone call. I heard once somebody go, he thought he was muted. Hello? Yeah, that order will be coming soon, I promise. Madre mia, really? Seriously, man? You're taking a phone call in the middle of the meeting? Don't do that. These are your referral partners. Treat them like that. Stay focused on them. Don't take a call. It can wait a little while. Here's one way I help stay engaged. I take notes. Remember to mute your mic before you start typing away, right? Mute your mic, but I take notes. I find that by taking notes about what's going on, I'm staying fully engaged in that conversation. I'm listening, I'm hearing, that active listening is so incredibly important. The technology that exists today is great. When I started BNI 35 years ago, we couldn't do any of this. It's amazing now. However, it only works when you are actually engaged in the networking meeting. The meetings exist to learn from each other and support one another. This means you need to practice that active listening so that you walk away from the meeting with more ideas on how to refer your networking partners and they learn more about how to refer you. Pay attention to the little things that people say. They're often more important than you may realize in the moment. When you really pay attention, everything is your teacher. So what would you add to this message? I'd love to have any comments here under my blog. Thank you so much. This is Ivan with IvanMeisner.com. Thanks for watching.